Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the Bible's most fascinating, yet often overlooked stories, the story of Zipporah, the mysterious wife of Moses. Zipporah doesn't get much attention in Scripture, but her story is filled with cultural depth, spiritual significance, and moments that have left scholars puzzled for centuries. Have you ever wondered why God once threatened Moses' life, or why it was Zipporah who stepped in to save him? Her life raises questions that challenge what many people think they know about the Bible. In this video, we'll explore her background, her role in Moses' mission, and the controversial events that make her such a unique figure. By the end, you'll see how her courage and faith shaped some of the most important moments in biblical history. So stick around, you won't want to miss a single detail. And if you find this video insightful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with others hungry for biblical wisdom. Now, let's get started. Zipporah's first appearance. Zipporah first enters the biblical story in the book of Exodus, during a turning point in Moses' life. After fleeing Egypt, Moses settles in the land of Midian. There, at a well, a place often associated with divine encounters in the Bible, he meets 7 daughters of Jethro, also known as Reuel, a priest of Midian. When local shepherds try to drive the women away, Moses steps in, defends them, and even waters their flock. This act of bravery not only foreshadows his future role as Israel's deliverer, but also introduces him to Zipporah. Impressed by Moses, Jethro welcomes him into his household and eventually gives Zipporah to him in marriage. Her name, which means little bird in Hebrew, symbolizes both gentleness and freedom. By marrying Zipporah, Moses gained not just a wife, but also a place in Midianite society, finding shelter and stability after his flight from Egypt. Her heritage: the Midianites were descendants of Abraham through his wife Keturah, making Zipporah part of a nation connected to Israel, yet distinct in culture and worship. Her father Jethro was both a respected leader and a priest. This means Zipporah likely grew up with a strong spiritual foundation. Though Midianite practices weren't identical to those of Israel, this intermarriage between Moses and a foreign woman would have brought both enrichment and challenges. Their household had to navigate cultural differences, spiritual traditions, and the weight of Moses' divine calling. The mysterious incident, one of the most puzzling moments in Zipporah's story, occurs in Exodus 4. As Moses journeys to Egypt to confront Pharaoh, the Lord suddenly seeks to kill him. The text doesn't spell out the reason, but many scholars believe it was because Moses had neglected to circumcise his son, a vital sign of God's covenant with Abraham. In this critical moment, it's Zipporah who takes action. She seizes a flint knife, circumcises her son, and touches Moses with the foreskin, declaring, "Surely you are a bridegroom of blood to me." It's a cryptic and powerful scene. Zipporah's quick decision not only saves Moses' life, but also reaffirms the covenant, showing her deep understanding of God's requirements. Even though she was not born an Israelite, her actions highlight her courage, her faith, and her role as a protector in Moses' divine mission. Separation and reunion later. Scripture tells us that Moses sent Zipporah and their 2 sons, Gershom and Eleazar, back to her father in Midian. The Bible doesn't explain why, but it was likely for safety, as Moses faced the dangers of confronting Pharaoh. After the Exodus, Jethro reunites Zipporah and the children with Moses in the wilderness. Their reunion, marked by respect and affection, emphasizes the importance of family and kinship, even amid the demands of leadership and mission. Tensions with Miriam and Aaron. Zipporah's story takes another turn in Numbers 12, where Miriam and Aaron criticize Moses because of his Cushite wife. Scholars debate whether this refers to Zipporah or another wife, but the conflict highlights underlying issues of prejudice, jealousy, and cultural tension. God's response is swift. He defends Moses, rebukes Miriam and Aaron, and strikes Miriam with leprosy. Ironically, her skin turns white as snow, which some see as a symbolic rebuke for criticizing a woman of foreign descent. Only after Moses intercedes is Miriam healed and restored. This episode shows not only God's defense of his chosen servant, but also his rejection of racial and cultural divisions among his people. Though her story appears only in glimpses, Zipporah remains one of the Bible's most intriguing women. She was more than just Moses' wife. She was a courageous partner, a spiritual safeguard, and a woman who played a decisive role in God's plan. Her life reminds us that faith often requires courage, that cultural differences can be overcome, and that even behind the scenes, God uses unexpected people to carry forward his purposes. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the life of Zipporah. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with others who love exploring the hidden depths of Scripture. Until next time, may God bless you with wisdom and peace.